Alright, guys, so I just want to let you know that. Did you know that the devil was the angel of music in heaven? And that he was glorified? And by glorified, I mean because he was the boss, the chief angel of all the angels. And he was also known as the choir director, which means that he directed the choir, he was in charge of it. And he was the most beautiful angel God put in charge. Jehovah, the Heavenly Father, the creator of heaven and earth, and the whole wide universe, put this angel in charge. Now, he knew this angel would rebel and have pride. It all started because the devil, before he became the devil, he wanted the angels to defend them for themselves. He wanted them to make their own choices and have free will. And apparently that happened because 1/3 of the angels joined him in the rebellion and sin. That's when the sin came into place. And there was a war, and they were all cast out of heaven. Guess which one of the angels, who was also in charge, kicked him out of heaven? Michael, the archangel. It wasn't Gabriel, but Gabriel was an eyewitness to what happened. He was there. Michael was the one who casted out the devil, not God. God could have done it himself because it was his kingdom, but in heaven. But no, Michael cast him out, and the other 1/3 of the angels. That's how much angels rebelled, and they were not listening. And first, before all this happened, there was an argument between God and the devil. The devil thought he had the upper hand, and his arguments were so clever and deceitful. But hey, God cannot be deceived. God knew what was going on. That quick, these angels were cast out. It's kind of like, let me give an example. What story in what was in the Genesis? Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. What's the same similar story? Adam and Eve were also kicked out of the Garden of Eden. 1/3 of the angels, this is uncommon. 1/3 of the angels were kicked out of heaven. Adam and Eve kicked out of the Garden of Eden. What was in common? They were all kicked out because of sin. God also flooded the whole earth with water. The earth with water because of sin. See, there was sin. There was sin God got rid of. God doesn't tolerate sin. God did not create the devil. He didn't. That is a lie that the devil has told and trying to get you deceived away from God. Sin is not welcome on this channel, or you will be kicked out of the comments. I don't tolerate it, and God doesn't too. This channel is my domain, my kingdom, my throne, what I rule. You don't come here with sin in the comments or video. Any blasphemy about me and my name or God, that blasphemy is gone. Don't try it. That quick you'll be banned with one click of a button. You know, God can get rid of you with his voice. That's how powerful he is. He spoke the earth into existence. That's how good and powerful his voice is. You really want that? I bet not. I don't. God created me for a reason, and I believe this reason, even for the internet, is to get the word out and message out. You might want to read the stories about that in the Bible. Now, nowhere in the Bible does it say anything about 1/3 of the angels being kicked out of heaven. And Genesis didn't even happen yet when that happened. There was no Bible back then when that happened. The earth wasn't even made yet. So where did 1/3 of the angels go? But they are cast in Sheol, hell, the current hell that's happening right now. And I'll tell you this: the real hell that's going to happen is when Jesus comes back and there's Judgment Day. After that, then there's a lake of fire. It's in the New Testament. Go read it. Unless you haven't read it yet, I'm talking about you. If you did read it, I'm not talking about you. You might want to listen before you judge. Think about that. Think before you judge. I'm not being judgmental. I'm telling it like it is. Read Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Matthew wrote it. Judge not, lest you be judged. That means if you don't judge, you won't be judged.